welcome to Larisa Lili Temperance. Today we're doing your masculine energy check-in. Please like, share, subscribe, you guys. I've been having a little decrease in my views. So I just like to remind everyone just to like at least the video. This is still liking the video, even if it may not resonate, does help support the channel for me to continue to grow. So I just kindly appreciate that. But we're going to make this read a little different, feminines, because I've had an experience. So I'm going to give a little bit of a story time. So we're in the full moon Leo that happened on the 28th. And Leo is a very important energy for me. So I was actually cleaning under a table that I have not moved in months. And it so happened that this card here was under that table, which is the strength. And the strength in the tarot is, the number 8, which is manifestation. This is a manifestation energy, but most importantly, the strength is power, which is the Leo energy that we're in. And I'm just so like, it's not by coincidence that I happen to find that this card after months not using this deck, which actually I ended up pulling this deck out just to use it today. But I have not used this deck probably since the summer. And to find this card, the strength, in this period. So for me, Leo energy is very important. And Leo energy in my natal chart is my north node. So obviously your north node is your life purpose. And Leo energy is very important to me. On top of it being important, it's also the sun of my twin. My twin is a Leo. And so, it was definitely a message of his presence. And last night, like at 2 in the morning, I woke up with my heart chakra, and I usually get called through the heart chakra by my twin. And last night, I have not felt that in a while. So it happened last night that I woke up through the heart, and it was the most sharpest pain. And it wasn't pain. It was not pain of pain. It was pain of love. And then it literally brought me to tears. Very, very emotional state of just pure love. And so I knew that that was going to be the message for today for the divine masculines. So we're going to tap into the masculines' heart space today and be more light. They're going through a lot of heavy energy, but it doesn't mean that they don't experience nostalgic and loving energy in their heart, one for themselves, but just in the nature of love, because at the end of the day, this journey is about the nature of love. So also I wanted to bring, since this is Leo energy, what I was feeling from the masculine and what I got after my experience, and of course my tears, was this restraint of passion and love coming from the heart. And so there are a lot of warm emotions and a lot of tears of love. So on top of that, coming to the realization of harmonic union in strengthening the bond, because I feel they are coming into a harmonic union within themselves. And when the twin comes into a harmonic union within themselves, or a realization, right, finding their own willpower, because strength is about their willpower, and the number 8 is about their willpower as well. They're understanding that this journey is for them as well. And so not only are they strengthening their own spiritual bond within themselves, and coming to an understanding of it, but also surrendering to it, they're understanding it's also strengthening the bond of the union. The other thing is the number 3. that came up, number 3, which is also harmony, trinity, right? Mind, body, and spirit, right? So harmonic union between the mind, body, spirit, and then it's just union itself, right? 333 would be also ancestors, the ancestors' protection, right? The union protection. The other number is number 1, which is beginnings, and again, self-courage, the strength. And this is so strong in Leo energy right now. So understanding the healing power of sacral as well. So that's why I was feeling so much passion, and they're understanding the healing power of the sacral energy, the sexual energy. I do feel I'm in the Hanged Man position in this energy, which is gaining perspective, looking at it from an observer view, and really trying to get an understanding of how they really were interacting on an intimate level, where now the need for intimacy is more wanted versus it being just an encounter, a sexual encounter of just having, full penetration, and then being done, or something, an energy to that extent where you engage in your encounters with your masculines. And at this point, I'm feeling they're realizing how they lacked the intimate aspect of the connection, or redefining it for themselves, of what even intimacy is for themselves, and finding a warmer place in that space of desiring the next experience, or the experience to become that, and more of a intimate hugging and just sharing space and energy on a very warm level. So the message I got for them as well is keeping their feelings in about you is their safe place. So sharing emotions meant judgment, and these masculines definitely operated a lot of ego, and a lot of them maybe from young were never allowed to share their emotions, or probably those who are masculine males probably and it really doesn't matter, it goes for masculine males and masculine females, were probably never allowed to share their emotions from young, and so sharing emotions was just always a very strange thing in their life, or just also out of place, keeping them safe, maybe not having the most stable home, where they just knew from young to kind of reserve their emotions, because it's how they protected themselves. It's almost like I feel this energy of them always telling themselves, I interfere less by staying quiet. So it was very interesting energy there. So let's just begin. Let's see the 5D messages from the masculine. So your smile is my therapy. You make me feel better. Yeah. So it's a lot of intimate, intimate energy and soft energy, I feel. But of course, there's that passionate side where they want to connect with you as well. What else from the masculines from the 5D on a heart level here, Spirit? What else does the masculines want the feminines to know? Oof. My feelings for you are deeper than I'm letting you know. That's what I'm feeling like. It's a safe space to reserve what they really feel in terms of verbally expressing it. And I'm going to keep these because I feel them. What do we got in the bottom? Yeah, my love, do not cry for me. A higher power has a plan for us to be together. Please have faith. And it's funny that I said, I was just saying I was in tears, and I definitely was in tears last night. So it was very warm, feminines. So here we have, I pay attention to song lyrics just to hear if they resonate with us. I catch myself responding to your telepathic messages, and that's exactly what last night was. And the truth is, I'm unconditionally and irrevocably in love with you. I know. I'm in such a soft space. Okay, I don't think these are all going to stand. See, here goes my twin energy coming in. But I want to keep them up. You know what it is? They're too wide. So yeah, as I get all OCD here, feminines, you know, this message definitely came in strong. And so it's why I decided to kind of touch on these energies today, because normally I don't go, even my masculine energy doesn't go here all the time, but because it came through, I knew it was an important message to share with the feminines as well. So let's just get into it with the masculines. We're definitely going to do sacral energy, heart and sacral, right? Sexual energy. What do we got? Six of Cups. Yeah, very nostalgic. What else for the masculines? In the masculine's heart space, please. This desire. The Fool, trust. What else for the masculines? Sadness and isolation. What I say, feminines? And number 3. And I'll tell you what I was feeling. And beautiful. The Lovers. Love. So we have 2 sixes, right? And 6 is also harmony. It's also appreciation. And look at this, detach. 11, this is justice. So this is just them also practicing some level of detachment, at least the distance. I'm also feeling distance, because here we have the winter here. So I'm feeling like this distance. And then we have, you know, this dove here. So they're definitely thinking about the feminine and the connection. This is also the 11 card. I love that in the bottom we have another giving and receiving, which is another 6. So this will be the 6 of Pentacles, and this is giving. Again, there's a lot of balance here. You guys have, I want you to see 666. And 6 again is harmonizing, appreciation, the self-sacrifice that they're going through themselves, which is self-sacrifice to their self-courage. This is also, 6 is also loyalty, a responsibility. And so there is a responsibility to the connection, understanding that they do partake in the balancing of this connection. 6 of Pentacles also is like, to me, like the minor arcana of the Temperance, which is the balance between the feminine and masculine energy. And so also sometimes for me, the 6 of Pentacles is an energy of karmic closures and karmic justice, which is this detached here, the 11, right? So we do have justice happening here in terms of understanding the balance between the masculine and the feminine energy. So we obviously have all the soul cards here in terms of 6 of Cups and the Lovers. And though this, they understand in this time alone, in the Fool, while understanding that this leap of faith, this trust in the divine purpose and the divine evolution of where they're going in terms of their own twin flame journey, their own journey to self, right? Because at this point they have to trust in the divine. Yes, does it feel a level of sadness and isolation? They do feel a level of sadness, but again, we've got the Strength card, which is this Leo energy happening here as well. And so this is them finding, understanding the healing aspects of and the realization of the harmonic union and strengthening the bond. And it's through this isolation and gaining perspective that they're going to do that. You know, the separation is not very easy for them. And I honestly feel, even for those who may have contact with your twin, if you're having contact with your twin, it's the sadness and isolation is from them not sharing of themselves, which is that message I got, is keeping their feelings in about you is their safe place. And so this is them resisting, the level of resistance here of sharing their emotions, right? Because remember, we have here my feelings for you are deeper than I'm letting you know. And for a lot of you feminines, these emotions, right, because we have the Lovers here, it's not truly shown, but this is where the heart space is. This is all the heart space. It's coming into a very harmonized space. See, look at this. We have the Master, which in this deck, this is actually the Devil, but in the heart, you know, it's the Master. And so this is just them dealing with those aspects of themselves where they were closed off for so long. But you guys, look at this coming together, and this is the Two of Cups. So now not only do we have, again, this is totally thinking about this union. Let's also point out that this is a 15, which is a 1 + 5 is a 6, which is another 6. And then we have, of course, the union here with the number 2, and 2 is balance, finding balance, and choices as well, right? Balance and making choices, and harmonic union, also partnerships. So this is understanding the strengthening, a lot of coming together, giving and receiving, a lot of strengthening of this connection, and truly how it's opened up, right? It's opened up their heart that's been locked in and closed in for so long, because again, they don't share their emotions, they don't share their feelings. Is it really being shown to you? No, feminines, because these are obviously emotions on the 5D. This is definitely the energy I felt last night, where I love this. Look at that, moving on and manifest. And what I said, this is a lot of manifestation energy. I do feel they're manifesting right now with the strength, which is the number 8. So, and of course, moving on, this is a number 8. So there's a lot of manifestation happening as well in their sleep, in their dreams, in the 5D for the masculines. So let's go into a little bit of tarot. This is a tarot of sexual magic. I don't always use it on this channel, but I want to use it today due to the passionate energies that I'm feeling from the masculines. And this is a lot of love, feminines. I mean, this is a beautiful energy. So Spirit, give me more on this 6 of Cups. Simply love for the masculines. So we have beautiful 6 of Cups, 4 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, and 7 of Swords. And so this is obviously the resistance, right? The isolation here. So I really feel with the 7 of Swords is the waiting period. And you see how your backs are turned, but they're very much in their thoughts, because this is 7 of Swords. So very much in their thoughts in this time of isolation and alone, of where the connection is. Obviously understanding the 4 of Wands, this union, right? This freedom, this liberation with their twin. 4 of Wands is wanting to really set themselves free, one, intimately. It's actually where their happy place is. They understand that's where the divine union on a sacral level happens. That's where it exists the most, with the 10 of Pentacles, because honestly, this is where on a physical level, right? Because the 10 of Pentacles is physical, is where it's where the masculine thrives the most, right? The masculine is about the physical, and the feminine is about the spiritual, right? We're the bridge to the spiritual, the spiritual realm to the physical, but the masculine is all the physical. So this physical harmonic union on a sacral level is where their ecstasy is at, in the sense of feeling physically whole, and they're coming to that understanding and an appreciation, because the 6 is also an appreciation. The 6 of Cups is valuing what the energy, actually the feminine energy, brings to the table when they're connecting with energy. And a lot of you feminines have pulled back your energy, which is why the masculines are in this space of finally not having the energy, is putting them in the space of understanding what your energy was actually bringing to the table. And so now with the separation, the 7 of Swords, where now your backs are turned, right, in separation, when a number 7 also is about inner awareness, right? It's yourself. It's your spiritual journey to your own self, inner awareness, which you both are doing individually. That's why your backs are turned. But obviously feminines are in a more vibrant, abundant place, because now they're not in that. A lot of the feminines are not, or at least this energy of feminines are not in that space of being attached. You know, they're kind of doing their thing and finally reach a place in their a more harmonic, again, because we have 6 now, their masculines are kind of catching up with this harmonic union to themselves. What I do want to point out, feminines, though, is the I mean, you can't be mad. The masculines are going to go through this pain. Of course, they go through it physically harder than the feminines, but I do feel the masculines will come out of it quicker than the feminines, because they will have a more logical approach to what needs to get done. Because remember, void puts them into action, as opposed to the feminine. Void kind of puts her stagnant because she's constantly in the obsessive. But masculines can't sit in obsession too long. They have to be put. It's the same with anything, you know, hobbies and their passions. Like, they have to go take action. If they're passionate about something, they go and do it. And so masculines will definitely not sit in this energy for too long. Spirit, give me more of this trust here. So this read will be a little long, feminines, today, but I do think it's an important read due to the energies I received. So bear with me. All right, I'm not taking all of these, but let's see. So trust. So here we have 5 of Swords, of course. 5 of Swords and 2 of Cups. And 2 of Cups shows up again, and I loved how it fell on top of the 2 of Cups. And so this 5 of Swords, it's a lot of, again, it feels like a lot of strength, a lot of willpower from their part of having to release. It's almost like the feminine here in this energy, she feels almost untouchable. And the desire, again, the restraint to not be able to be with the feminine because they don't want to repeat the cycles, right? They don't, the Fool is the 0. And so the cycle they want to come to when reconnecting with the feminine is going to be the 2 of Cups, right? It's going to really bring in the divine union into physical. But with this 5 of Swords, you know, they're really feeling this place where they want to come in and talk, but they know they have to hold back. And so here the feminine is at her grace, you know, and I think it's really just them fantasizing. For some of you, obviously, they're fantasizing about your curves, about your bun, you know, like little bum. It's a lot of fantasizing right now of how much they have to hold back. It's a lot of willpower. But it's because they also know with the 5 of Swords, it's a 5 because they're undergoing through so many changes. They can't, because again, they're not, here you are fully naked, exposed and ready and confident, and they're not fully naked. You know, they're halfway there, right? 5 is halfway point to the 10. And so at this point, they still haven't reached this confident level where they can bring you this 2 of Cups, but they know, they're trusting that they will get there with the number 6s, right? With this harmonic, harmonizing themselves here. Bottom of that is the High Priestess, right? Trusting their intuition, but also seeing your power. It's also the spiritual energy that you have, the pool that you have, because you're in this High Priestess energy, you know, very mysterious, not knowing what you're doing, not knowing where you're at. They're very curious about you. Spirit came around the sadness and isolation. Yep, the Wheel. And this is a turning point. You know, they know that at this point they have to release themselves and reach you, right? Because here there's three feminine energy here. And they know the cycle you've also gone through, feminine, where, yeah, you were really distorted. And then, you know, you halfway through the point, you've reached your point where now, again, fully naked, free. Here, she's not as fully naked. More, the clothing she's wearing is a lot more ripped. So, you know, they've seen you in this state, but they're also seeing your evolution where you kind of came up and now you're literally in your Empress power, or just in a very authentic place within yourself, that you don't care. Again, this energy as well, you don't care what anybody thinks. You know, you're showing up for yourself now, and they see that. They see how much you've changed. And I want to point out, look in the bottom again, 5 of Swords. So this is a lot of them battling with their mind. I'm sorry, feminists. Did I say this was a 5 of Swords? This is the Knight of Swords, right? And so again, Knight of Swords. But I love how it came up with the 5 of Swords. We're going to put it here because obviously I felt the energy. So here it shows up. But the Knight of Swords, again, it is sword energy, resistance, wanting them to really come in quickly, right? They want to come in quickly, but there's still resistance here because they're not ready. They're not ready. But when they are, I mean, the level of admiration here in this Knight of Swords, the level of admiration here is, you know, it's what they think about. So give me more on the 6 of Cups here. Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. And, you know, in the last reading, I felt this 8 of Pentacles. So bringing things on a physical level. This is them working towards. So this is working towards harmonizing. They're also understanding that they have to stand on their own in order to really, you see how the feminine is looking away. So they really have to grab your attention here. In order to return to you with the Lovers, they really need to grab your attention. They really need to make up for and bring justice to the connection as well, right? Make up for what they have, you know, where they lacked. They missed the boat, you know, when you originally were present, because she doesn't look as present. They kind of missed the boat at that point. And so now you're at your Empress energy. So at this point, they have to show up and they have to really put in the work with the 8 of Pentacles on really building that trust with you, right? Because here we have the 2 of Cups. They understand this night they can't just come in fast. They have to be ready because you are also in your sword energy, right? Here she's holding the sword. This night she's the one on top of the sword. So you are holding your sword energy because you're also not going to deal with the in and out and the toxicity, right? And the closure of their hearts. It's almost like at this point you have to. And you know, masculines, if you're watching, this is not on purpose. This is not on to be spiteful. This is exactly what the journey is. You have to understand your dark energy is what placed your feminine in this free energy. And she is doing you justice now by being in this energy so you can also meet her at that same energy. But that means you have to also put in the work, because what the feminine had to go through to get here, to get through this Empress free. I mean, seriously, the level of confidence in both of these Empress energies, these feminines, is like so free and freedom, like no 100% authenticity, pure love, self-love, you know, strong within herself, and she knows what she brings to the table. She, you know, he or she knows their value. Wow. And what wants to fall off is the world. So yes, this is a whole new cycle. There goes the feminine again. She knows her value. She knows her worth. She knows, again, with the world and the wheel and the world together, there's a match you've got to make, masculines, to kind of catch up. But masculines, you are in a great place, as in your 6, you're harmonizing, you're coming again to the understanding of what it's going to take to strengthen this bond, if wanted, obviously, right? So let's look at this coming together. 2 of Cups here. We want this 2 of Cups. And we want this 2 of Cups. Five of Cups, right? And so this is them actually missing you and wanting to apologize, you know, because you have Two of Cups twice here. And at this point here, the masculine is on their knees, right? So this is a, you know, a want of forgiveness, of understanding that in order to reignite that flame within you, it can't be with the energies, you know, that were being presented to her in the past, because here she is, she's also looking away. She's not really gonna, she's not going to engage in it, right? She wants an equal give and take here with the Six of Pentacles. At this point, she is fruitful right now in her harmonic way, even by herself, as the masculine views her from afar. And a lot of your masculines are viewing you from afar. So give me more on this detach here. Oh my God, I saw this before. It was right in the bottom. The Hierophant. So this is, again, detaching from old aspects of themselves, old belief systems. Masculines are knowing that what they believed before to be a harmonic connection was not. Knowing that they have to bring one justice to the feminine as well, in terms of really uniting her with a solid commitment here. I'm also feeling this energy feminine from the masculine here, taking understanding, again, this is a 5, so there's a lot of 5s here. So 5 is change as well. So remember, feminines, they are although we're in their heart space, we've been seeing a lot of change and harsh energies in the other reads for the masculine, but this is their courage, right, to detach, because we've got the Strength card. So their courage to detach of old belief systems, old ways of themselves. Like, this is a really restructuring their life, right, for harmonic union within themselves and with the bonds. And I love that we have the Emperor here on the bottom, right, because they have to stand in their own power. They have to really show up for themselves, and I think they know they've been coming short. And they got to stand strong, you know, if they're really going to have the strength and the power, knowing their masculinity here. Obviously, we know the shape of the wand here, right? Knowing the masculinity and how to use their masculinity in a very healthy way, not in an egotistical way, in a way that it's healthy and fruitful. So give me more on this giving and receiving here, please. And I really do think they're gonna, like, you know, hold on, I'm gonna tell you my thought. Give me more on this giving and receiving. The Six of Pentacles here for the masculine. Thank you. Beautiful. 3 of Pentacles. So another 3. What did I say, feminines? Number 3, harmony, trinity, union. And that is what this is. So you have a 6 and a 3 here. Number 3 is important here. And this is truly harmonic union here, giving and receiving. They're both reciprocating. They're both surrendering. They're both she's in a fetal position here. So this is pure surrender of the love. This is also feeling safe, and him knowing that she feels safe. And it's also him feeling safe because he feels like the protector. And so this is also a balance of the masculine and feminine energy here as well. Bottom of the deck is King of Cups. And this is the beauty, right? This is the love he has from her. Of course, it's hidden, right? The emotions, because we have the High Priestess. So these are hidden emotions. But 6 of Wands, again, another 6. So a lot of harmonizing their emotions, finding their way through their emotions, getting an understanding on a High Priestess level, an intuitive place about their emotions. But there's no lie here. The truth is, feminines, I'm unconditionally and irrevocably in love with you. You know, This is the King of Cups. And then we have Temperance here. Wow, with the Nine of Cups. So, you know, there is a lot of understanding that and patience with their own, you know, with their own transition within their heart. But it's really opening up. I mean, this is really a beautiful energy here that I felt, especially what I felt last night, and I really did feel it. I mean, it was painful, but it was so loving. I was overwhelmed. It felt like pain, feminines, but I was just overwhelmed with the love. All I could do was cry. So let's see, give me more on the masculines and their desires for the feminines. Give me more for the masculines and their desires for the feminine, Spirit. Thank you. Yeah, give me more for the masculines and their desires for the feminine. Give me more for the masculines and their desires for the feminines. I'm just going to get a few more. Oh, wow, okay. All right, so I love it. Masculine, of course, you show up. Dominance on blooming. So obviously what first falls off, which I laughed, was tough lover and forbidden fruit. And right now that's what you are. You know, you're going to be a tough cookie to crack before they can regain that trust. Right now you feel like a forbidden fruit, but here we have the dance of love, you know, because in their heart there's a lot of strength, willpower for them to resist this tough nature that they're in, because they know they have to bring balance to the collection, which we have here, balance and glamour. One, to show up differently. One, I feel like with this glamour, it's just they'll be a different person. Not only that, appreciating you for your glamour and your glow up and your ability to level up. Again, balance is like justice. So we have justice here, and they know that here on the Emperor, they have to come to you as the Emperor, also leveled up, just like you've leveled up with your glamour, where you're at, your passions, maybe how you're showing up for yourself. For some of you, we've got festivities here. From some of you, you may connect with your masculine, you know, this coming Valentine's. You may get a message, just because I see the vibrant red here, and so there is passion. Red is passion, indicator of passion. Why? There's some level of dominance here, but blooming, it's a metamorphosis of really how much you have their heart. I feel this dominance towards their heart, and how much you truly have their heart. And you know, it makes them happy. You know, it's really, look at this. I love this energy. Oh my God. So here we have money, guns, and alcohol, but we have healing love, and it's because it's really made them turn around. They're healing all this. They no longer care for the alcohol and the sex, the casual sex they've been engaging. It didn't serve them, and so they're coming to a healing place of love. And so when they're harmonizing their heart, guess what? That energy no longer fuels them. They're almost disgusted of it, to be honest. That's what I'm feeling. That's why we have the devil. It's this need. It's like it doesn't bring them the same energy of what at that time they believed was fulfilling. It kind of fulfilled a purpose, but it really wasn't fulfilling their heart. And now that their heart is healing, it's like, yeah, no, they can't do it. Here we have happiness. And then we have secrets. I kiss, but I don't tell. And I think this is probably, again, some of you will have a connection sometime this month, where you might go on a date, you might reconnect, but they know where their happiness lies. And, you know, here, because you see here it being a secret, again, this is about their hidden emotions and what really makes them happy and what their true desires are in terms of reconnecting and really embracing you on an intimate but on a soft level, a more genuine heart-to-heart level versus, you know, a sexual encounter, etc. Right? So let's see at some mutual thoughts here, Spirit. So what does the masculines want the feminines to know? What are the mutual thoughts or the thoughts of the masculines, of what they want to know, feminines to know from the heart, what they want to come together. It's not easy putting up with you, but you're worth it. And I feel you slipping away from me. Aww. You know, and again, this resistance right now is going to make them feel like you're slipping away, you know, knowing that it's almost like I said, feminines, like this void puts them into action, as opposed to for you, the void kind of puts you in stagnant. They're not going to strength. They're not going to resist too long. It's not what they do. So let's see, what does the feminines want the masculines to know? Ooh. Let's get some masculine messages. You masculines should deserve your feminines. You can destroy and heal me all at the same time. Woo, feminines, that is a strong message right there. That is very true, masculines. You can destroy the feminine and heal her. You've put her back together at the same time. And there is that appreciation. What else does the feminines want the masculines to know? What else does the feminines want the masculines? This is for you masculines watching. What else does the feminines want the masculines to know? I wish I met you sooner so I could have loved you longer. Thank you. Thank you for taking good care of me. And I would say, obviously, on a 5D, some of you will argue, but we're not here to bash our masculines. We don't do that here in my channel. Her love roared louder than his demons. Ooh, yes, masculines. Her love roared louder than your demons. That is powerful. Bottom of the deck, thank you for having my back in times of need. And that is the union. You have to understand, my feminines. Although masculines were in this harsh energy, this is the catch up, right? This is them having your back in the time of need. Your time of need for you to become this free, authentic self where you're no longer hiding yourself, is they had your back in the darker energies, dealing with what they knew. So how do we repay our masculine? By now standing in our power and letting them catch up, because that's what they need from us. That's why the message every week on a week-to-week here on my channel was continue to do you. They will. If you don't do you, they cannot move. Your masculines can't move. And they want to reach this harmonized place, the 6. They want it. They want to get there, feminine. So you have to know, you know, what your power is for them to assist your masculine in them healing themselves as well, right? So what else what message, the untold messages of the heart for the masculines? What do the masculines want the feminines to know? Anger, I'm upset and need some time to cool down. And some of them, you know, obviously dealing with this resistance is going to, it's their space. They're in their space right now. Trust. I have a hard time trusting anyone. I'm doing just fine on my own. Again, they're processing a lot in this time, right? We've been knowing that they have been processing. And they have to spend this time on their own. But we have trust twice, right? So they know that in this space is where they're dealing with their demons. What else does the masculines want? This anger, this cool down, this thing, this transition that they're undergoing. Worry, I'm not sure if this is a good time. I'm overthinking everything. What will everyone else think? And again, that's the judgment of emotions and fantasy. I wish I could. And they're definitely much obviously in their mind space about you and fantasizing about the connection. So they're definitely, again, this is 5D energy here, feminines, we're looking at. So what last week, if you caught my reading last week, you know your masculine is in a lot of physical transitions on a physical level, but it doesn't mean that their heart doesn't experience this. I left you before you could leave me. I have serious abandonment issues that I need to clear first before we can truly be together. Yeah. And not only abandonment issues, obviously insecurities. Oh wow, as I said that, look at this. I don't feel ready for you yet. I mean, yes. I mean, the honesty is there. And they don't, right? With this Knight of Swords, where I said they're at the 5, right? They're not fully undressed here and confident like you are. They're not naked in their own essence yet, where they feel 100% confident. So they know that they have to be patient with the process. I've looked you up online because I'm curious to see what you've been up to lately. And you know, that energy that I was saying, they're watching you. Again, with this Knight of Swords, they're watching you. Yes, they are. You know, they want to know where you're up to, if you've moved on. But you're very much in their mind space right now. What else does the masculines want the feminines to know? What other messages does the masculines want the feminines to know? Ooh. Humor. I love how you can always make me laugh. And bottom of the deck here we have Justice. Yes, I'm ready to leave and bring you balance. Oh my God, feminines, that's exactly what this entire message was about. We have, again, bottom of this is 23, alignment. Things are coming together now, and they are. We're going to get one oracle message here for this transition spirit. So what is the guidance for both the masculine and the masculine? Give me the guidance for the masculines right now. What is the guidance for the transition here for the masculine spirit? Thank you. Follow your heart. Yep. This is all heart space here. Understanding they have to have the courage to follow their own heart. Really not be, again, keeping their feelings inside is their safe space, but they have to open their heart, right? So the only way to be happy is to get out of your head and to follow your heart. Listen to your inner child to learn what it means to feel what you want instead of thinking about it. Your heart is the only one who knows the right way for you. And again, a lot of them, the reasons the closed heart was what I was saying in the beginning, is in their childhood, you know, they were taught to close their emotions off. And so at this point, the masculines have to know and really be comfortable with speaking out of their heart, right? So listen to your inner child. Their inner child was silenced for so long as a child, saying you can't speak your emotions, right? So to learn what it means to feel what you want instead of thinking about it. And that's what happened to a lot of these masculines. So what is the guidance for the feminine spirit? Thank you. What is the guidance for the feminines? Oh, not too many. What's the guidance? Give me one. Okay, friends, you got 2. Illusions and compass. Love it. Yes, you might be fooling yourself or others are fooling you. Don't let your mind or someone else put lies into your head. You know your own truth. Be careful of people who don't have any integrity. Take off the blindfold and see what is real. And this is, again, there's always mirroring. So releasing some illusions and just really not fooling yourself. Maybe some of you who are, again, in some stagnant energy, because you need to be in this authentic version where you only are focused on you for this connection to shift. And then, of course, in what direction? Your compass. Know your compass. A compass guides you to go north. Wow. Feminines, wow, this is what I was saying. You know how I was telling you, this Leo for me is my north node. Leo energy is my north node, and this is a message for you feminines. As it came to me, it comes to you. A compass guides you to go north. Your inner compass guides you to your highest good and your own path. So this is you transitioning your own path. As you're walking, your masculine is healing on his own. Trust your own compass and don't doubt yourself. You're your own best student and teacher. Instinct is real. I think this is a beautiful way to close this reading. Obviously, they are balancing with all these 6s and harmonizing. So continue to move forward, feminines, and trust the process. Appreciate the journey and really love who you have become. Love you. Love this new version of you. So with that said, feminines, please like, share, subscribe, please. It helps my channel. I want to continue to grow and continue to be able to give you guys my messages and my guidances. Please like, share, subscribe, click that bell button if you enjoy my frequency. But with that said, live always relentlessly in striving aspiration. This is the evolution of your soul. And I'm here to nurture you. Until next message. Bye.